Hello and welcome back to my Terra Invicta run. So with all the new research which we are now getting, and even more is coming, so we have almost 10 more science stations coming online, which means that we are going to get up to almost 20k science most likely within the next 2-3 months, and therefore we are going to have a lot of science. It's time to assess our situation and think about what we want to do. So let's start in the orbit of Earth, in fact. So in orbit we have 2 alien fleets, which we want to hunt down. Probably we are getting like 5 to 6 exotics from them when we are able to kill them. They might flee and not engage us. So we have to try around a bit how many ships we can actually use to engage them without them causing to run away. Also, we might want to get the Haitian station here from the servants. However, we still don't have Marines unlocked and, well, not sure if I want to do that just for one station right now. In regards to space, or in between, I built up some of the stuff. I changed some templates of all like stuff, modules in stations, adjusted some. Also, we built up the Mars bases, but also I found a base on Venus, in orbit of Venus, which is going to be a backup for operation centers. So I have 4 queued up here. Problem of Venus is that it only produces double the energy amount as Earth does. However, that's still useful when we have a little bit of spare MC to dump it there and build up operation centers to scale even further. In regards to politics on Earth, so with all the new tech we are getting, we are going to do immediately 3 things. We are going to push the administration algorithms to get the how is it called? Resource market administration, to get more money from our resources. Of course, we are going to finish coil guns, which is the much needed upgrade to our railguns. But we, of course, first order of business, we are going to push Greater United North America and then African Union. Meanwhile, we are going to finish space survival, which is leading into ring habs, which we are going to do first. So we are also saving up MC from now on a little bit to be prepared for the ring habs, because when we get it, we are going to convert every station at Mercury into a ring hab, and that's going to be like per station 2 additional MC we are going to need. So that's like how many do we have? 24, I think 22 or something like that. So that's going to be a lot of MC which we need to have in our bag. Of course, we can also slowly progress in some story quests, but that's not urgent currently. And when that's done, we are going to pursue one other larger project, which is going to be the Caliphate, but we are going to do it in between. So I checked out the claims of everything, and in fact we are not going to do the Arab League. So I'm going to hide it, because what I saw is the Caliphate has claims on Addis Ababa, which is here. So, and that's going to be the capital of the African Union. So when we consolidated all of Africa, like in the next year, hopefully in the next year, we can later on merge it into the Caliphate on a peaceful way. So we need to unify it peacefully. If you would be doing it aggressively with conquest, then we would only get the overlapping claims, but when we do it peacefully, we would also get all the other stuff, which is South Africa mostly, into it. And from the Caliphate we can of course unify the Middle East and stuff like that. So that's definitely something we are looking for. And then we got like this whole block unified under our banner. One other long-term objective is that we need to break China, because due to the fact that we are not able to properly break into the servants, they are finally doing Hydra language, which we can't stop anymore. So they are finally able to talk to them, And I'm afraid that shortly afterwards they might do alienation and therefore convert China to the alien administration, which we want to avoid at all costs because China has nukes and we have a hard time conquering something with nukes. So that's at least our immediate target. Of course, we are not going to purge the alien administration currently because it weakens China as it is. I'm considering to maybe take this province so that the alien administration is again backed into a corner, just to see what happens. So maybe they are going to declare war on China again if we do that. So let's do it for a sec. So just conquering one province won't hurt. So let's do it. And of course we want to break in here, get the executive ideally, and probably, or maybe we can keep it. Or we can... Oh, did someone research come? Interesting. Pan-Asian combine. It's all... Isn't... It's still open for me. Weird, because it only has the other... Let's check. Are there claims down here? No. Okay, that's very weird that there are claims on the outlying provinces here from the Pan-Asian Combine, but not on the other stuff. That might be a bug, in fact. I don't know how it's triggered. So, of course, the Pan-Asian Combine would be something to aim for very far down the road if we can take China. However, first we have to squeeze in all the stuff which is in here into our CP, which is going to be probably hard enough right now. So what we are going to do is, of course, we are going to let the European mess be the mess it is currently. So we are pushing a lot of people out of here, so they need a new playground, and I hope that they can concentrate on Europe and South America for the moment. Of course, we are also researching the United Northern American, whatever, how it's called, Greater United North America. First, we are going to take Mexico and Cuba, which are the most important countries in regards to MC and what they have, because most of the countries down here don't have a space program yet. Caribbean states, Federation with United Kingdom. Oh, we need to get them out of there. So we have to do a coup d'etat here, but it's fine. So yeah, they at least have a space program unlocked, so we might want to take them over and then conquer it later on. So yeah, that's something we want to do. This is Earth politics, but most importantly what we want to look into is, of course, how we can win the game. And for that we are going to do two things. So with coil guns unlocked at some point, and we already have arc lasers, we have decent ships to take the fight to the aliens. However, we don't have engines yet. So one of the engines we are looking for is in fact the Pegasus drive. Pegasus drive needs us to go the molten core fission system, so nothing with fusion yet, but it's relatively cheap. So it's like 10k here, some project in between 500 and 2.5k, 5k for the fission spinner drive, up to the Pegasus drive, which has an exhaust velocity of 38 kps. So that would at least get us to the asteroid belt with a battleship fleet, or like with ships, at least useful ships. And that's something we are looking into, so that we at least can maybe purge the aliens from the asteroid belt. Because long term we want to, for example, look into the neutron flux torch, which is much more expensive and it costs a big load of fissiles. Also, it's a lot of research we have to invest here. Although some of the magnetic plasma confinement and magnetic nozzles are technologies we are going to need for fusion anyway, like ultra capacitors also. However, this drive is going to cost 5 fissiles each, so we can't build many ships with that. So we maybe want to build like one fleet out in the outside, or like on Earth, and then fly to like Jupiter or moons of Jupiter and purge the aliens from there. But definitely too expensive for a game-ending fleet. So it's something for after Pegasus until we get a fusion drive. So in regards to fusion, I think it's how is it called? I don't know. Give me a second. I think it's the. Is it this one? I think it's this inertial torch and not the later one. I don't know. One of these two we are probably aiming for the late game to get our battleships into wherever they need to be. But as you can see here, these ones cost like 100k to research, and the technologies in between, proton fusion, costs almost 100k, 50k, 30k, 40k. So this is going to take a long time, even though we are going to have like 20k of research. It's going to be 2-3 years to get through this, probably, with all these side projects we are going to have to do. So that's something roughly on the path we want to do. Also, I think for the coil guns we need to do one more. So we are looking for the improved light coil gun batteries. These ones here. Because if we would go for the advanced ones, so let's check advanced. Maybe that was the wrong keyword to search. Advanced coil gun batteries. No, here, this one. Light coil gun batteries. It also needs ultra capacitors, which we are going to take up at a later point. So first of all, we are going with superconductors, coil guns into improved light coil gun batteries. That's going to be the next refit for our ships from the current state, and of course the alternative engine. And the other stuff we are probably going to pick up for fusion and so on. But most importantly, of course, what we also need to do is the ring habs, which is priority 1, because with ring habs we can squeeze in more stations in orbit, or like upgrade the existing stations, and that's something we want to do. In regards to missions, we are going to finish the investigation, I think. No, we did that. So we didn't find anyone who is a traitor. So we are going to search for a servant again. We checked Alexander, we checked Applegate, we checked Young and Wells, even though Young still needs some upgrades in regards to loyalty, but Dex is going to take care of that. And yeah, that's roughly the plan for the moment. And from there we want to continue. Now in regards to step 1, alien fleets in orbit, we are going to hunt Victor 6. So let's time our fleets properly, like 10.8 hours. And this one, Victor 6 too, 10 point. Yeah, let's do it like this. I'm not sure if we can intercept them somehow in this way, but let's see what happens. Okay. And with that, let's go. I know that our fleets in our current setup are not the best. Whoa. Interesting angle. I know that our monitors are not the best set up against these destroyers because they are quite fast and we are pretty slow. So yeah, engage both. Oh, they are willing. Nice. So What we want to do basically is nothing complicated. We just need to find out which one is flying how of the destroyers from them. So we're going to them, in fact, and we see that there's one ahead. Arrowwind is ahead, so we are going to take our ships and make a target. So we set a primary target on Arrowwind with focus fire. What does that do? We have railguns and we have point defense. The railguns tend to do point defense work, which of course is not their primary purpose. So it's something we want, of course, to avoid. Instead, we want them to only use the point defense for point defense purposes. And these are the lasers we don't have a weapon against. That's why we added 5 more armor on our ships. And of course it's shooting some rockets, which are no problem for us. And now it's coming close. I hope that we can take it out. No, couldn't. So now we have to switch targets, in fact, to the other ship, the Red Mountain, which is still coming ahead, and afterwards we have to turn around. Red Mountain, go, go, go. We lost one ship. Definitely not the best fight we had so far. Okay, now we have to turn around here. As fast as possible, in fact. Come on, turn around. You're also going to turn around like this. Yes, a bit more here. Okay, one ship down. And I think we have a problem here, because if I see it correctly, we killed the engine of the other one. So we probably can't catch it. Let's see what happens here. What are you doing? You're going to fly here, you too. So let's check it here. No, it can still fly. Very good. So we are going to adjust our flight path. You have to get closer a bit here. Don't want you to be separate from the rest. Okay, the ship is coming from the right, so we are going to engage it like this. Go here, get closer. I got the feeling that we are going to lose one more ship because the lasers are still quite strong here. Okay, turn around quickly. You're also going to turn around immediately. Maybe it's enough. No. Can you shoot? No, you can't, apparently. Okay. It's taking way too long for my taste. I did some skirmishes in this regard, like these kind of fights, but what I learned from that is that you can't trust the AI at all, because they are just doing strange stuff. So where did you go? Here. Since he's not turning around this time. What are you doing? Yeah, maybe we shot down the engines this time. He wants to disengage here, so we are going to accept it in this case. And our other ship is coming. And we are going to do an auto-resolve. Did we not get loot from the other fight? Weird. Okay. In fact, we're going to get a refuel and stuff like that before we engage the other fleet. Another probe has arrived, so here you go back to shipyard. Where are you? Shipyard, shipyard, shipyard. I wish you could filter by names or something like this here, but it's basically impossible here. Here we go. Go back to shipyard, and you also go back to shipyard. Yeah, and then we can resupply and resupply and also repair. Back to Earth for the moment. Continue.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Defense.
Protecting our interests.
Ah, we found Leroy again. Let's check his loyalty by now. Droplet radiator we don't need.
The people will come to our side.
Okay, are they already refueled? Yes, but you need a repair first. 2.5 days, and you don't need a repair. Okay. Continue. Continue. Yeah, we find a lot of asteroids, but Academy loyalists have arrested rebel Huangs. Okay. Someone did a critical failure. Okay, and the repair also has finished. And now we are going to hunt the other fleet. So Victor 11, it's your turn now, and Alpha 46, you're also going to hunt him. So go, go, go. Okay, what is that? It's a destroyer and corvette. Okay, I assume they are going to evade. Oh no, they don't. Question, do we want to... Let's see what happens if we do an auto-resolve here. Nice! The 2.1 exotics is less than I expected, but it's fine. Okay, so our ships can in fact go back home again and dock into our shipyard. There we go. Because they did their job and Earth orbit is cleansed of evil aliens. Yes, perfect, perfect. In regards to our space stations, our biggest concern, or at least my biggest concern, is currently volatiles, because the 10 research bases we are going to build, let me show it to you, they are quite expensive in regards to volatiles, so they take 20 each, even though we already have 2 farms on it. And we are going to get 10 more, so it's going to be 200 volatiles and 200 water we are going to need. However, of course, our mass bases are still getting upgraded, so we are not getting anything from here. It should be more than enough, but of course I'm a little bit concerned about it, because I want to build more stuff and not less. So, Earth orbit is cleansed, time to look into space. We can see there's a Victor 93 class. It's going to a Humanity First asteroid, probably burning that to the ground. We got intercepting Romeo 2, docked at Geronimo Station. A frigate and gunship coming to Earth, in fact. So that's something interesting. 7th of June. We definitely want to take this one out. There is Victor 92. This is a corvette which killed my colony ships. Personally hatred here. Do we see other fleets here? Victor 91 here. A corvette flying to some asteroid, probably colonizing it. Another corvette flying for Neptune. More corvettes. Low lunar orbit. That's not going to bombard me. It may be killing something else. Because my stations all have like 1k firepower, so whatever ship is trying to shoot at one of my bases is going to be dead immediately. And there's another corvette apparently flying from the aliens to Eros. Parking orbit. And something flying to low mass orbit. Also probably bombing something of the other ones. So it could mean that we are getting more stuff. And let's check the main base of the aliens. Still the assault carriers here. And mothership, and I think it was a dreadnought or something. Yeah, dreadnought. So that's fine too. Since the patch, or since the update, definitely more action has come into movement of the aliens, but nothing which is scaring me currently. However, because we saw that there are ships coming, we are going to build the... Oh, is it Galileo class? Let me check first. Ship classes. Yeah, the defense ship can go, and the Shenku can also go. Yeah, the Galileo class is what we want. So we are going to build more of them in Earth orbit, of course. So here, here, and here. And when thinking about it, I also want to add 2 ships in Mercury orbit so that we have 6 there. And let's think about Leo. We lost 1 ship, so let's add 1 more here. Yeah, there we go. Of course, we are going to need the MC for that, but until they are finished, I think that's not going to be a problem. In regards to our technologies, in June we also finish up United North America, so it might be wise to pull our armies back to annex Mexico at the first chance. So, going to make a cut here. Very interesting episode and more stuff to come. See you next time.